Hello there all my lovely jewelry makers, I'm Christina of CSLdesigns, and in today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to make these really cute Christmas themed headpin designs. Now of course they don't have to be just for Christmas, they can suit any time of year, but if you want to learn how you can make your own, then keep watching. So for all these headpin designs, the wire I'm going to be using is a regular round silver coated copper wire and the gauge is a 0.8mm. I'm then using a selection of different pliers, the first one being a pair of flush cutters so we can of course cut our wire, then a pair of chain nose and tweezers nose pliers to help manipulate the wire, and then a pair of 6-step bell making pliers for any curves we need to make. Now you can check out the description box below the video for any useful links, and there'll also be timestamps for the different designs. So let's get it all ready and let's get started. So first we're going to be doing the candy cane headpin. So first I've cut a length of our wire of about 15 centimeters. Of course you can make it however long you want it to be depending how long you want the headpin to be. Then I'm going to grab my 6-step bell making pliers here and I'm going to be using the smallest step. And I want to just place them towards one end of the wire about 5 centimeters in or so. And then the short end that we have, I'm going to then push against the pliers and create a curve, and then reposition your pliers to be placed on this short end of wire a little bit up from where we made the first curve here. So this is basically going to be the long part of the candy cane. Then we need to make the top curve, so I'm going to take the end and bring it the other way against the pliers so it comes back down. Reposition your pliers so we kind of make the curved tip of the candy cane. So this I'm placing pretty much where the curve that we just made is, and then I'm going to bend the wire against the pliers again now upwards. So we're kind of going up, down, up. And then you just finish off the top of the candy cane and bring the two ends of the wire together. I'm just going to place my pliers back on that curve that we just made. And then instead of bending right up against the pliers, I'm just going to grab my length of wire here a little bit further out and start to bring it over to the opposite side. But now I'm making sure it gets a larger curve. So you can see we're going to get that top part of the candy cane. And then I'm just going to do the same with the other side, but grab that side with some chain nose pliers here. So we don't bend the whole back of the candy cane, but otherwise bring this in the opposite direction to the curve that we just did, but kind of just follow the path of that. So they end up overlapping each other and meet up right there in the middle. And when you're happy with the shape of it, we then just need to finish off the ends. So I'm going to grab onto the back length of wire, that's the longer one. And then where I want my wire to come straight up, I'm going to grab that length and bend it upwards. So it sits a little something like that. And then the other wire here is in perfect position to literally just wrap around. And what I also like to do is place my pliers on the shape just below where we're wrapping the wire, because it's going to help the shape stay in place. And then just wrap this a couple of times and then just go in and cut off the excess like that, and always make sure to just push down that end so it's not sticking out too much. And then you have your finished candy cane headpin. And they'll make really cute Christmas themed earrings that you can of course make for yourself or use as quick and easy Christmas presents. Then I'm going to show you how to make the Northern Star headpin. For this design we also need a length of a wire of about 15 centimeters. Of course you can make your headpin however long you want to. Now I'm also going to be using two specific pairs of pliers. So I've got my chain nose pliers and then I've got my tweezer nose pliers, and the reason for this is because they're slightly different widths. So I'm going to use those to basically help measure and make my piece more symmetrical. So I'm starting with my tweezer nose pliers, which are the least wide ones, and I'm going to place them onto my wire towards one end, and I'm then going to push the short end here against the pliers, coming almost all the way back up next to itself, but roughly about a 45-degree angle like that. Then I'm going to switch to working with the short length here, place my pliers just up against the bend, and then place them sideways instead. So what we're going to do now is basically a bit like making a prong. I'm going to take the wire, bend it back over the top of the pliers, right up against and back down here. And then you're going to find we have something a bit like that. So that gap that we now have between that bend there, I want to close that up, so I'm going to place it right at the back of my pliers and close it up by squeezing it tighter. You can see it looks something a bit like that. So this is our first little part of the star. From here I'm going to grab onto the same wires and again put it right up against the bend so the pliers can't go any further. Then I'm going to push the short end here again against the pliers back out to the side, and it's going to be about another 45-degree angle, or you could say about a 90-degree angle from the other one that's going straight up there. Now I'm going to switch pliers. So I'm grabbing my chain nose pliers instead. They're a bit wider, and that's because I now want this to be a bit longer. But otherwise we're going to do the same. So place the pliers so they go right up against the bend and they can't go any further. And then I'm just going to go sideways with them, grab onto the wire. And now in this case though, we need to push it downwards underneath the pliers all the way around. And then we do have a gap again, and we just want to close that up. So squeeze it tight and just swapping pliers again. I'm going to take my tweezer nose again right up against the bend so they can't go any further, and then push the short end back outward. Now about a 45-degree angle from the one that we just did. Grab onto the length of wire, again making sure it's up against the bend, and then go sideways. And this time we need to bring the wire over the top again. And this is just to keep the piece as flat as possible. So first we brought it over the top, then we brought it underneath. Now we're bringing it over again. And then of course we need to just push the wires close together. So we close up that gap, place your pliers as far as they'll go, and then push the end back outward. And this one will basically be sitting right opposite the other end, basically in a straight line. And again, I'm going to swap pliers. So I take my chain nose, the slightly wider ones, grab onto the wire, push it all the way down, and then go sideways. And now this one needs to come underneath because we just went over the top before. So now we need to go under. And again, close up that gap. I'm swapping pliers to my tweezer nose again, then push the short end. And basically you can now see the technique of this. We just want to continue going like this until we made it all the way back up to the top. So this is another short one, because obviously I'm using the tweezer nose for this one. So place your pliers sideways, come over the top, back down there, make sure to tighten up that gap, grab onto the wire again, pushed up against the bend, and then bring the short end all the way back out to the side. And then you can see this one is going to then sit straight opposite the longer one on the opposite side there. So that's also a way to try and keep it symmetrical, to compare opposites with each other and make sure they line up as nicely as possible all the way around as you go. But we're working our way around, so this one is going to be my chain nose pliers. Grab on sideways, and this one has to come underneath the pliers because the previous one went over. So bring it back, close up the gap, bring the wire back out, and we then have one left. So I'm taking my tweezer nose right up against the bend, go sideways, and this one comes over. Again, tighten it. And then for the final bend, to complete it, we need to push it upwards. And then this one is basically going to end up laying right on top of the longer length. So now to finish everything off and secure it in place, what I'm going to do is grab onto the two lengths of wires that are laying on top of each other there. And you just want the length of this to be about the same as the long ones all the way around. Then I'm going to take the short end that we have left and just push it to the side, right up against the pliers, like that. And then we need to start bringing this around the other length and basically wrap it to secure it in place. So just wrap it all the way around, and you can always reposition whatever you need to. And you just want to wrap it around once or twice, and then after that we can go in and cut off the excess like that. And again, make sure that we just push that end down. And then you have your Northern Star headpin. Now this will of course also be perfect for Christmas designs, but equally any time of year, as it can also just represent a regular star. And finally, we're going to be doing the bow headpin design. And for this we need two separate lengths of our wire. So one is about 12 centimeters long and the other is about 10 centimeters long. Again, you can of course make these whatever size you want to. Now for this I'm going to start out using my 6-step bell making pliers, and I'm going to be using the smallest step. And then I'm going to grab my short length of wire. So first of all, I'm going to place my pliers on the wire, not quite in the middle, but a bit towards one side. And then I'm going to take the short end here, bend it around the small step on the pliers there, and then back over the top of itself. So we get a little teardrop shape in the wire, and then just have it cross over a bit like that. Then I'm going to place my pliers on the other side and then do the same thing. So bring the end around the pliers over the top of itself. And then basically the two ends are going to cross right there in the middle. And this is kind of a little bow formed already. And now of course at this point you can also decide how large you want the actual bow to be. You can make these teardrop shapes larger or smaller, that's completely up to you. But then from here I'm going to grab the longer wire, and this will basically be the headpin part itself. Then I'm going to grab the little bow that I made, and the bow is facing in the direction that the two wires that are crossing over are towards the front here. And then I'm taking the long length of wire, placing it behind the bow in the middle though, and just have the longest length towards the top, and the short length that's below here I'm basically just going to wrap around in the middle all the way around the wire that's crossing over in the bow part, and just do that twice and have the wraps laying tight right next to each other. Now you can always take your pliers and go in and help squeeze anything tight that you need to. And then I also like to go in and just squeeze on top of the wraps themselves against the bow. It'll just help tighten it up more. Now at the top here I'm going to take the long end and kind of bring it a bit towards the front. Then as it's over the top of the wraps I'm just going to bend it straight up, and you can just straighten out the wire if you need to. And then I'm going to use the short length and basically wrap it around the long one just to secure everything in place, and just do that a couple of times. And then we can just take our cutters, go in and cut off the excess. And of course, like the other times, just make sure to squeeze that end in place so it's not sticking out. And again, if you need to, you can just go back down and squeeze the wraps a bit tighter on top of the bow. And then to finish it off, I'm just going to add a bit of life to these ends down here. So just one at a time, I'm putting my pliers right where it's coming out, and then I'm going to move down just a little bit and then bend the wire in the opposite direction, move down a bit more, bend it again in the opposite direction, and basically do that a couple of times back and forth until I'm happy with how it looks. So something a bit like that, and just do the same on the other side. So bend it down and then move down a little bit, bend it in the opposite direction, and just kind of back and forth until the end. And then all that's left to do is cut off the excess, so we end up with our final bow that looks a little something like that. Of course you can adjust anything you want, and you can always tighten the middle a bit more if you need to, just to make sure that it's nice and tight and doesn't move around too much. Now what you might also want to do is use a metal file right here on the end of the wire that we cut off, just to make sure it's not too sharp. Otherwise that's your finished bow head pin that's cute for literally anything, but especially Christmas with all the presents. So that is how you make these 3 Christmas themed head pin designs, and you're free to use them however you want to. Now I do have tutorials for several more head pin designs on my channel, so you can always check that out. Otherwise I really hope you like these ones and enjoy the tutorial. Thank you so much for watching it, and I'll see you in the next one.